Hey friends, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to take you on a tour of my front flower beds. Remember that I'm in Zone 8A. I'm north of DFW in Texas. The things I have planted in my flower bed are mostly perennials. I do have a few annuals out there, and they're things that I think can make it through the Texas summer. We're going to see. I'm also dealing with a rabbit issue, and so I'm trying to outsmart the rabbits by planting things that they don't like. So don't forget to hit the like button and also to subscribe before you go. And so let's get started. I'll just start on this side of the flower bed. In this bed, they're teeny, but I planted some cosmos from seed. This is just an experiment. I really feel like the rabbits are going to get those before too long. I've been spraying them with rabbit repellent, so we'll see how long they last, but they're teeny still, and I use that rock just to kind of show me where they are. This one is Santalina Gray, and so is that. And these will come out with really pretty yellow flowers. It looks like a very delicate kind of plant, but it's really not. Both of these survived the winter that we had. We had temperatures down to below 0 Fahrenheit back in February when we had snow. This is a small Turk's cap that I actually found growing on its own away from the Turk's caps over in the other flower bed. So I decided to plant it there. They are such vigorous plants, and this is the hot corner. I always call it that because it gets just a beating of sun all day long. So I think it's gonna do great there. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. This is an iris that I replanted. I guess I could say I rehomed it from that back corner back there. I don't know why the previous homeowners had planted irises back in the darkest. That shade corner, it never gets any sun at all. So they made a mistake. So I've rehomed all the irises that I have back to places where they can get a lot of sun. Here's a drift of foxglove that I planted. All of these foxgloves came from that one of the $2 Kroger hauls that I did. All of these foxgloves came from Kroger. They were $2 plants at one time. And there's one of my nice hostas. It's got a few little rabbity bites in it. That's another one that I spray with the rabbit repellent. This gorgeous example is a black and blue salvia. Turk's cap. This also made it through the Snowmageddon. Back here we have Salvia gregii. It's a native Texas plant, and it's just getting started blooming. Oh, look who we have here. We have a visitor, an unwanted visitor. Keep on hopping, rabbit. Two more hostas in the back. Two delphiniums right there together. Those were also $2 plants from Kroger. I have a lavender. I'll put it on the screen if I have the name for it, the scientific name. Rosemary. And two lambs ears still holding strong. The other one that I planted on the other side, it got chewed up pretty bad by the rabbit, and it's in rehab right now. And then I have done this for the last 3 years. I've planted this. I've done this for the last 3 years. I've planted 2 sweet potato vines in here, and they will both just come out and cascade over the vase. I'm also planning to put a purple fountain grass in here. I just need to go to Callaway's and do a little shopping. So the other flower bed. Here's more iris that I rehomed. This red yucca made it through the snow. Turk's cap. Now, here is something I just don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go ahead and pull it out or let it keep trying. It's a Texas primrose. This was planted by a landscaper 3 or 4 years ago, and it did okay until the snow. It started to come out, but see, the rabbits like it too. And I've got a little bunny that's living in this rat box right now. I think he comes out and nibbles on it. Rosemary. Wow, I'm having all the sounds today. This is another Texas primrose I'm about to pull out. I just need to think of something to put in there. This is a rockin' deep purple salvia. We have a yaupon holly. I can't recommend this plant enough. It just makes it through every kind of weather. I need to shape it up a little bit, but I didn't want it to get any kind of sunburn or windburn. But it just stays this nice, small, compact size, and I really like it. Here's a Japanese boxwood I planted. I just got it from Walmart. It was like $7, so it's kind of teeny tiny, but it's fine with me. And then I've got 2 lavenders, no, actually 3 lavenders here in a drift. Big old Turk's cap back there. I'll really have to keep an eye on that because it gets big quick. This agave was also planted by our landscapers a few years ago when we did like a whole flower bed redo, and this was $100 agave, and I'm still not quite sure if it's alive after the freeze. But I'm just gonna let it sit there because I love it. I think it looks beautiful, especially with those pink tones. So we'll just have to keep watching it and see if it grows any bigger or if it does anything. I have a few little seedlings here. I sowed some seed of, I think that's zinnia. And so I'm just waiting to see if the rabbits are gonna get it. Here's an echinacea that I planted. You can see I've got these bricks around it. I've got a little piece of mesh that I put over it every night to make sure that the rabbits leave it alone until it's big enough to stand on its own. More iris that was rehomed from that dark corner. Japanese boxwood, yaupon holly, another Turk's cap, and then back here, I planted sunflower seeds. There's one, there's the other one. So far the rabbits are leaving it alone. We'll see how that all works out.
Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed seeing everything that I've got going out there. I think it's a real exciting time. Things are really going to be flushing out in bloom pretty soon. The Turk's caps, they're going to be gorgeous with those red blooms, so just wait and see those. And also the delphinium should be blooming out pretty soon too. So until next time, happy gardening. Please remember to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.